Hi students, welcome back to science class. Today's topic is about water cycle. As you had learned that water can undergo a change in state through processes such as freezing, melting, boiling, evaporation, and condensation. Clouds you see in the sky is formed by condensation. They are made up of many tiny water droplets and cover almost half of the Earth's surface. The Earth's water is always in movement. That is called as natural water cycle, and it's also known as the hydrologic cycle. It describes the continuous movement of water on, above, and below the surface of the earth. You know that water is always changing states between liquid, vapor, and ice, with these processes happening in the blink of an eye and over millions of years. The water cycle is complex and involves state changes in water as well as the physical movement of water through and between the ecosystem. Let's see the processes of water cycle. The water cycle is driven by the sun's energy. The sun warms the ocean surface and other surface water, causing liquid water to evaporate, even an ice to sublime, and turns directly from a solid to a gas. These sun-driven processes move water into the atmosphere in the form of water vapor. Besides of the evaporations from the ocean, plants also take roles. However, most of the water that enters a plant's body will be lost back to the atmosphere in the process called transpiration. In transpiration, water enters through the root, travels upwards through vascular tubes, and by the photosynthesis process, some water will evaporate through pores called stomata. You still remember that it's found in the leaves. Warm water vapor is cooled by the surrounding air, which has a lower temperature. This causes the water vapor to condense into water droplets. These many water droplets eventually come together to form clouds. As more water vapor condenses, the water droplets eventually become larger and heavier before their weight cannot be supported in the clouds anymore. Then the water droplets finally fall back to the Earth's surface as rain. Besides of rain, when the clouds is in the place that has a really low temperature, the water droplets finally fall back to the Earth's surface as snow. And all the process when water falling back to the Earth's surface is called precipitations. When precipitations reaches Earth's surface, it has a few options. It may evaporate again, or flow over the surface, or even sink down into the ground. Do you know that there is a method that humans can do to make rain? Artificial rain. This can be done to create rain around drought areas or in the areas where land fires occur. This method is called as cloud seeding. Cloud seeding is usually done by using airplanes to fly into clouds and release dry ice or a chemical called silver iodide. This will cause chemical reactions to take place, which eventually leads to rainfall. Water is very important for all living things in this world, and water is a very important component in the human body. About 70% of an adult's body is made up of water. Most body functions like digestion and blood circulations require water. Water covers about 70% of the Earth's surface. However, only 3% makes up fresh water. Most of it is trapped in blocks of ice and glaciers, leaving only about 1% that can be used. Fresh water in this earth is very precious for all living things. Of course, we should use our limited supply of fresh water very carefully and avoid wasting it. This effort known as water conservation. Let's think how all the ways in which you use water in a day. What can you do to conserve water? From this video, I wish that you understand how important water is. It's impossible for us to live without water. And after this, I want you to make your own water cycle model. You can use drawing paper, pencil, color pencil to make it. Make it as good as you can, because this will be our last project in science.